All right, this is Luke 12:47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rachah, HaKodash, Barakatham. Love honor to my apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim on the four corners, pushing his truth and sincerity. Love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. As I Tazawam, with another gem, spirit of knowledge of the spirit and power of Yahweh, Yahushai. I pray and hope that this edifying to the hopeful elect. Okay, salutations to the Akim on the four corners, pushing his truth and sincerity. Love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. And I'm going to get right to it, man. As you heard, that Luke 12, and I'm going to read it again. Luke 12:47 says, And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. And I was, meditating on how, the Scopeo has been on these other camps, you know what I'm saying? And how, Great Millstone, which is known of rebuking and reproving these other, members of these other camps and things like that. And what I was, was thinking, well, a lot of them dudes are ignorant, and they could be sincerely ignorant, sincerely wrong about their doctrine. Some of them are paid off though, but it's some that are sincerely just don't got it. The Lord didn't give them the Harach HaKodash, which is the Holy Spirit, to understand certain things, such as the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast. Hell, dealing with, this whole Sakari situation, them guys don't understand, or don't believe in how it is to worship Yahushai, or, certain groups and camps who don't go out in the winter, because they're actually ignorant to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Now, this is an exhortation for us brothers in Great Millstone. We know the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? We claim that we have 100% truth. So, by claiming we have 100% truth, we have much more of a responsibility. Okay? We have a much more of a responsibility and a conduct to the body. Let me keep going. Verse 48. Oh, it says, shall be beaten with many stripes. Yeah, the scripture says that the house, the Lord shall start at his sanctuary. Okay, those that know. Okay, and it's levels to that, because you have those that know that they're Israelites, but they don't know a lot of details of the spiritual essence of this truth. The Lord isn't supping with them on many on different levels. So far as if we say we have 100% truth, if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing as a camp, as a whole, or as an individual, okay, we're gonna get jacked up. Okay, so it says, verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. Okay, so those that are worthy of stripes, those that don't really know the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, they're going to be beaten with few stripes. But those that do know the will, whomsoever much is given, much is required. And I want to, in a sense, bring it on the standpoint of, Great Millstone, because we know, and bust it down to the individual men in camps. Individual men in camps who's been 8 years, 6 years, 7 years, because 7 years in this thing, you should be up on some type of level of understanding, man, to be 100% honest. you know, and it goes into the point where you have to be an example to the flock, okay? And so a lot is required, okay? Meaning you have to make sure you're doing your studies, your videos, your arms, your tights, checking in on younger men, making sure younger men are doing their responsibility, their duties, the cadets, and things of that nature, because if you're not doing your job, a lot of heat is gonna come down on you, because hey, Yahweh Shema Shai know that you're supposed to go out, you're supposed to have your videos in, you're supposed to have some type of a leadership role to the men that are up under you, okay, and being an example. That's what Paul said, be ye examples of me, if I am of Yahweh Shai, okay. And we see that with our apostles of being great examples on pushing on how hard they push. But we have individual men that's under the apostles, the elders, the bishops, and then those other brothers, and then we brought it out to the camps, that's on the four corners, the churches that's on the four corners. We have a structure that's set up where you have men that have been given, wisdom and knowledge from Yahweh Shema Shai. So individually, and this is what the scripture says, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. So individually, you must step up to the plate. You see, you must show how how to do it. Because it's brothers that's looking up to you. There's men that you don't know that actually looks up to you when your videos upload. You have men in the camps where they see you diligent and not having your folly show 24/7. They would take on that same energy. It's just like children, There's a picture. I have a picture where my son, I was on my laptop. And my son came right next to me with his, his fake laptop, and brought his little notebooks, and he was sitting right next to me, as if he was studying. I was watching the apostles taking notes and stuff, and he was, mimicking it. Now this one, my firstborn was probably like 2 years old, because we are, and we are people. How can I say it? Well, that was showing an example. We learn from men. Some styles and some ways some brothers teach, some brothers mimic that, mimic that image. You hear the apostles, Apostle Gabar says how he mimics certain things that he gets from Apostle Tahar, how he gets from Apostle Ramlab, and so on and so forth. I've heard the apostle say that. I've heard other brothers say that. Hell, I do that, brothers that you look up to in the spirit, and you believe that they're examples of Yahweh Shema Shai. You mimic certain things that they do, they say, precepts that they like, you will hit it, and then you make mix. Hey, this is such and such, favorite precept or whatever. So we learn by seeing things, man. We learn by examples being made. Let me get 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter. So, hey, when the scriptures speak about searching Jerusalem with candles, that telescope is going to be on, those that know that they're Israelites, okay? And then it's going to get to, it'll get deeper than that. Individual men who know the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, just not doing it, And certain situations is going to show that a brother may not be on their shit. So that's why we all have to be on our shit. We have to be an example to the flock, because there's thousands of people watching us. You may have 100 views here, 200 views here, but guess what? There's thousands of people watching you. You have other brothers in other camps. Your video gets shared. When you share videos, I may have 1,000 subscribers, and then this brother, and I share another brother's video that has, maybe 400 subscribers or whatever. We sharing videos and things like that. So we getting views from all around, you know? So you take that into note on making sure you're properly speaking, you're properly, you know, having your videos up on time, you know what I'm saying? And then you can bust it down to individual men in camps on being examples to the men that's surrounding you, you know? This is First Timothy 4:11. It says, these things command and teach. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, which is what? Conduct. Okay? That word conversation, I believe, it goes back to anastrophe, which means your behavior, your conduct. What manner of our people we must be in holy righteous conversation. That Greek word is anastrophe. Okay, it goes into behavior, your conduct. So you got to have the right conduct when you walking amongst younger men. The apostles do it. I've had the blessing, I would definitely say, to be amongst the apostles and see how they operate and see how they speak to one another, see how they deal with one another. You know, they have their little, they're talking, they talking amongst each other. I'm peeping, mannerisms and how this is, this elder is respecting this apostle respecting this apostle, and this elder is reverencing, you know what I'm saying? We watch things. So if we watching nigga shit, we gonna do nigga shit. Okay? If we watching nigga shit, we gonna do nigga shit. If we watching our head go off and don't show up to camp and don't do his videos, that vibration will trickle on down, man. So you got to really know that, the things that you do, you have to be careful on those things. The image that you set, okay? It's like psychology, man. You see how this devil puts up these demonic rap videos and these bitches twerking and doing all this manner of evil and, these demonic ass quotes and shit that people subconsciously pick up, and now they're doing the shit on their day-to-day life. Well, you be an example of righteousness. We are made and set up to be examples of righteousness in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, that's why this precept says this. I'm gonna read it again. 1 Timothy 4:12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation and charity. You got to show charity. Okay? You got to show the right behavior. In spirit, you got to judge things spiritually. And mimicking certain things and letting, younger men know, hey, I pay attention to this through the spirit, because this can happen. This can happen. This can cause a situation and trickle effect. One example, and I'm not bigging myself up and nothing like that, because I wasn't the only one who's seen it, but it was a situation in the camp, it was like 2-3 years ago, whatever, and through the spirit, I peeped and identified that one of the younger brothers is too far off into women, and I told him, hey, I said, hey, women gonna be your fucking downfall. You better brush them bitches off, And as I'm speaking to him driving, he was looking at a bitch, But a situation that came across where things had whatever situation that took place, the brother got judged for it through the spirit, and but everything is all good. That was 3 years ago, so he learned from it. So giving out key information, hey, watch out for the women, because the women you may think that this is oh, it ain't nothing, you just popping a bitch, but that's energy transferred. It's comfortability transferred. It's laziness that be transferred when you deal with women. It's that docileness, especially if she fine as hell. All you thinking about is getting up in it. All you thinking about is laying up underneath her. Hey, because naturally a woman is that supposed to be comfort. But now, if you got 4 of them mugs, you ain't doing your videos, you ain't studying, you ain't researching, you ain't paying attention at camp, you looking at your phone, seeing the bitch text you. So be an example on explaining these things to brothers. Don't let them just hit the wall when we can show them the door. You see? And then younger men have to be mindful too. And we all fall short and F up, but this is the part of being examples and showing our F ups, you see? But it says in spirit, which is continuing in the word, in faith, you know, in purity, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. So we have to be all of these examples, man. Hell, we got to be certain examples to our women. We got to be examples to our children. So how much more the men, the flock, the body of Yahweh Shem Shai. You see? It says, neglect not the gift that is given thee. Right. Don't neglect that gift. The gift is the truth. This is that gift. Neglect not that gift. Okay? The understanding, the wisdom that comes forth from this. Okay? The water. It says, which was given thee by prophecy, right? With the laying on of the hands of the presbytery, which was the elders, the prophets. Okay? They sent out these electronic epistles. We learned from them. Okay? We searched certain things out. It resonated with our spirit. We believed. So now that they did that for us, we have to be that example for those that's coming in, and so on and so forth. Okay? This train don't stop. Meditate upon these things. Give thyself wholly to them, give thyself wholly to them, that thy profiting may appear to all. Okay? So, the men that are around you, hell, the brothers, the elders, the apostles, when you do these videos, they will see the spirit on you. Okay? In certain videos, you see like, man, hey, that brother is in the spirit. You know? Let me give my mind to, you know, his thought, his reasoning through the spirit and what the Lord has given him. Neglect not the gift. We all have certain gifts. And all of those gifts can be examples to the body. Begin with our apostles and camps of Great Millstone. We have a standard in Great Millstone. Then we have a standard in different churches. Some churches operate different from other churches, but we collectively are whole. Okay? So it says, 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. See? So we got to be perfect examples. We try to save ourselves, and as well as being examples of righteousness to be that vessel to partake in waking up the hopeful elect. See, we're just vessels. But if you're a vessel of Yahweh Shem Shai, and you know it, and you know you in this truth and you believe, well, then you got to understand that a lot is required of that. If we say we got 100% truth, well, we got to walk like we got 100% truth. We got to talk like we got 100% truth. Okay? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. Be an example, man. Okay? Be an example. And one of the elders, Elder Ainat, had, told me that, maybe like 2 years ago, when we was out in Atlanta, and he just kind of put it in my mind like, hey man, brothers look up to you, brothers see you doing this. Now everything ain't expedient for every brother to do. Things that I do, other brothers want to mimic or whatever it is, but it may not be expedient. So you got to watch that energy, watch what you doing, You got to watch, hell, clothes, whatever it is. Watch what you're doing. Make sure you having the best upright man attitude. Limit your folly around Akim, especially younger men. Hell, even older men. Limit your folly. Limit certain conversations. Be examples of righteousness through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? And everything is gonna go smoothly. Everything will go smoothly through the spirit, man. So with that, I pray and hope that this edifies to the hopeful elect. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's all I had through the spirit. So with that, I like give all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chakadash, Barakatham, Double to my apostle, Great Millstone. Salutations to the occupant of four corners, pushing the truth and sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. Abba, be an example of righteousness through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Shalom.